nice job.
What can you say about what he does off the field? I mean, he had a lot of philanthropy back in Washington when he was in high school. Has he continued that?
Yeah, he has. That's just kind of how he's built. And rumor has it he and a former running back at Podolak were making the rounds yesterday at the Children's Hospital. And I found out secondhand, he didn't advertise it, but he was over there. And Ged wanted to jump in there with him, so that would have been a neat thing to witness, former and present. But Marcus is just, he's a remarkably young guy. He's built that way and thinks that way. And in his very quiet way, I think he's done a lot of great things around here already, so we're really excited about what's in front of him.
Do you hold your breath at all whenever he's got the ball? You don't want to get hit or anything with the running back fast?
Yeah, and I guess, if my kid was tackling him, I might be more worried about that than him. He's pretty capable when he's back there. And, clearly we have to do right now is develop some depth there. And Randy asked about some players earlier, but, Jason White's done a good job, I think, this spring. He's really made some strides and improved. And DeAndre Johnson's got miles to go, but at least right now you can see he looks more like what we'd hoped he would look like. He's healthy now and moving around a little bit. He's got a lot to learn. I think he's showing some potential too. So, and then someone out of the freshman class, I think it's realistic to think one or two of those guys might help us next year as well.
The offensive line is a pretty veteran group. How much are you going to lean on them to kind of take the leadership role?
Well, they're going to have to do a little better than they did today. I think we did a pretty good job with holding penalties. I think we had 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know, something like that, and a couple of exchange problems. So, but I think that group will be fine, but we're not there yet by any stretch. And all those guys, we have 3 guys with experience, are all capable of getting better. If we're going to have a good football team, we're going to need that to happen. And then a guy like Adam Geddes staying healthy and hopefully getting Nolan back. He's still fighting some orthopedic issues. And, seeing some younger guys develop. But we have the potential to be solid up there. We're going to need that to be a strength for our football team.
What did you see out of the D-line this spring that you expected just kind of reload that?
Yeah, I think they're progressing. I mentioned Dominic Alves. It was good having him out there. Carl Davis missed the first week of practice with a dance marathon injury, I guess, as Norm said the other day. It's a dangerous stroke. But, he came back and got some good work in. And LeBron, has done a good job out there. And some other guys are coming along. So it'll probably be more of a committee type thing next year. I think we'll probably play 6 or 8 guys, hopefully. And Steve Bigack and Tom Nara have both been out in surgeries. But, we expect them to be back here shortly. And so it'll probably be more of a group effort, I think, than what we were last year, and kind of go from there. And on the place kicking front, Mike Myers has done a good job all spring. Trent's right behind him. Mike, I think, right now is the starter. And I mentioned players that have improved. I think Derek Guthrie, from where he was 3 years ago, it's unbelievable. So, he'll probably be, like James, some ups and downs early, but I think he's shown us that he can be a good punter, so we're excited about that.
What about number 2 quarterback?
To me, it's pretty even right now. That'll probably get determined in August. The good news is I think both those guys have a chance to improve between now and then, and we'll see what they do in that time frame. But I think right now kind of even.
Now that spring is over for the 13 guys who are hospitalized in January, were you confident that? No, I was going to ask.
That's been over.
I was going to. Are you confident that come August they'll all be 100% ready to go?
For the most part, they've been 100%.
Yeah.
And I can just tell you what I see every day. We've had some guys with orthopedic issues, which is unrelated, but I think we've all moved on, and I told the players they're welcome to talk about it today. You're not going to hear anybody in our camp talk about it after today. I mean, we're moving on. It's not like a game that's lost. You move on, or a game that's won. I think we beat that horse to death.
How's Hyde adjusting to safety?
I think he did a good job. He really did a good job, and we've had some good competition at corner, which allowed us to do it in a kind of breeded more competition at corner. And I'm not sure what we're going to do. We've got a lot of time to think about it. And I think one thing about this team, it's a little bit like probably the 08 team or the 03 or 01 teams. There are going to be a lot of moving parts in August and probably a lot of moving parts in September too. You go back to 08. We started that season with Anger and Stanzi on the bench. They both emerged as good players, and and I could see something like that happening with this group too. So it's I think we'll have a lot of moving parts August, September, and this has given us a good exposure to look at the combinations back there, something we haven't been able to do yet. And yeah, we'll see what happens in August. But I think we have some options available, and yeah, it looks, at least early in the game, it looks like we got some healthy options, which is nice too. You know? So I hope we have that at every position. We'll see how that goes.